Hi guys! So we are rounding out this basics training and we are in the third week, which means that our challenge group has started and hopefully you are connected with a few new challengers that have decided to join you and you're underway with your first experience as being a coach. Or if you are just reigniting your journey, you are just offering more value to your challengers as well if this isn't your first challenge group. But today I want to talk to you about two things. And they're a little bit separate things, but one of them is being effective in your challenge group with your time and using a service that we call Hootsuite. And this is a great way to be able to ensure that your posts are put up, especially if you're in a team challenge where there's multiple coaches and you have to remember which day is yours. Hootsuite allows you to put in the posts and then it automatically posts at the time that you would like it to post. So it's really convenient. With that being said, I don't use it that often, only because personally, when I do it, it disconnects me from the group. So if you still are able to ensure that you check in with your group, you're engaged with your challengers, then go ahead and use Hootsuite. But for me, I really only use it when I know I have something coming up. So let's say you're a nurse and you have to work an evening shift and you know in the middle of your shift, you're not going to be able to remember to put that evening check-in in. That's an opportunity to use Hootsuite. Now, if you can Hootsuite all your posts and still ensure that you're engaged with your challenges, go for it. But I do say proceed with caution, because the last thing you want is for your challengers to think that you're Hootsuiting every single post and you're not really there. So just something to think about. Secondly, I am going to share with you just a little bit more guidance on opening up a like page and some pros and cons for doing so, and kind of give you a little bit of an idea of what you should do next. So first, Hootsuite. I'm going to be very quick. I'm going to share my screen with you. So you just need to go to Hootsuite.com. You can see it right here, HOOTSUITE.com. Okay, and I only use the free version. Once you find the need to have the upgraded one, go for it. I'm already logged in, but to access the free version, just go to Plans, Free. Get started for free. So it's asking me to log out, but you'll just be able to click through free, you'll sign up, and you'll get started. But basically, here I'll go to compare the plans. Free, this is where you can use 3 different social profiles. So if you're using Facebook, most likely, I think you can have 3 different groups that you're posting in. You could have it go to your like page, you could have it go to 2 different free clean eating group, and have it go to your full challenge group. And it has the message scheduling, which is awesome. The reason you would want to go to Pro is if you have multiple groups open and you want to do the bulk scheduling. So that'd be, you can have like an Excel spreadsheet. I've never done this, but you can have an Excel spreadsheet, upload all your posts, and it automatically posts for the right days and times. So that's a feature as well for the Pro, but I use the free. So I'm going to go to my dashboard. So once you get in and logged in, this is what it looks like. And I'm going to be honest, I thought it was so confusing. I don't have anything scheduled right now just because same reason I try not to schedule unless I really need to. But if you just hover over this left-hand side, there's lots of options. I'm just going to show you the main things that I do. So right now, if you go to, this is where you would put in your posts. So I use this top area a lot. It just automatically pops down. I have my page in there. I have the Busy Girls Fit Club and Fit for Summer. these groups are all over. So I'm going to show you how to delete groups and add groups in. So you would go here. I'd hit add social network, Facebook. You'd want to connect it to your Facebook page. Now bear with me, I have to do my 1Password. Oops, if you don't have 1Password, you guys, you have all the same passwords that you're using. This is another topic, but it's pretty important to ensure that you are not using the same passwords. And 1Password is great because it automatically generates passwords. You save them all in this one place, and it's just less likely for hackers to get in there. So I don't even know what my Facebook password is. So I connected it. Okay, so it automatically pulls up all of my groups, which I've got a lot. And I'm just gonna delete this page because I never use it. So I'd uncheck to delete. And then I'm gonna uncheck the Busy Girls Fit Club and Fit for Summer. So the one that I just started in is Stronger Every Day. I'd click that, and I don't really see the need to have any others, so I'm not going to. I'd add that selected account, so it shows up in here. So now when I want to put a post in, I come back to this top area. I click the profile I want. When it's clicked, it's highlighted, and you see the one in the screen. Now, this is key. Before you put in your content, schedule the date first. So I have Wednesday the 17th, and I want it to go, it's going to be actually Tuesday. I'm going to do an 8:00 p.m., probably do 7 p.m. check-in. And then I compose, only because it's either shift or shift enter that it automatically posts immediately. So if you haven't scheduled it, it'll go to your group immediately and you'll be like, shoot, then you have to run and quick delete it. So I'm gonna put day 2 check-in. Oh, see, it's scheduled. That's because I hit shift enter. So if you do that, super easy, you go to this arrow. So these are the 2 that I use all the time. Publisher. This shows you what's scheduled. And you just hit this edit button, and I can go back in here and edit it. So check in. So just use enter, don't hit shift enter. How did today go? Oh, I did it again. See, I do this all the time. That's why I have to schedule before I put the post in. Okay, how did today go? Share everything you ate. How much water did you consume? What was your workout? And I like to add something fun every once in a while. Favorite music to work out to. And I'm just gonna put some hyphens in here. Bear with me, as this is probably boring. Now, if you wanted to add an image, I'd add media, and I would just upload it from my computer. I don't use this add link. I literally just put the links into the post, and they generate, and that includes YouTube as well. Remember that the first link you put in is the one that's going to generate the image. So if you have multiple links in there and you want one to be the main link, like you wanted to show a YouTube video that they could easily hit, make sure that you put that as the first link in your post. And that's the same for Facebook. So that first link should always be the one that you want to auto-generate. And I would just hit Save Changes, and it's good to go. And that is it. So it's pretty simple, you guys. I can delete it here. I can view it in the calendar. Oh, I don't have Pro. That's basically all that I ever do. There are analytics that you can do, but I think the key thing is just getting the posts in there and to not make it complicated for you, because there's so many other features that you can do. So that is Hootsuite. I'm going to stop sharing. Now I just want to quick talk about like pages. Basically, a lot of coaches, when they first start, there is this assumption that you need to open up a like page immediately. You guys, that's what I did. That's what a lot of coaches did. But a lot of coaches also do this and they find it frustrating. The reason why they find it frustrating is because it's hard to grow a like page. You are starting from scratch on Facebook. So Facebook runs basically through affinity. So when you post something, the amount of people that it goes to is probably going to be higher on your personal page than it is on your like page, just because people are already commenting, posting, liking, and looking at your personal page posts. If you do a like page, you have to start from scratch. That's just the way it is. If you know that you're a coach and you're in it and you're going to do this, then I encourage you to open a like page. But only if you are willing to post 3+ times per day on that like page, because you have to develop an affinity. And the first few years, you have to continue doing that. Today, there are days when I'll only post once, and I should be posting 3 times a day. But because I've built that affinity, it's not as much of a deal. But I try to rarely do that. And it's mostly because it's busy or whatever. But I consistently posted 3 times a day when I was building it. Also, you have to be willing to invest. So a lot of people will tell you, oh, you don't need to pay any money on your like page for advertisements. I'm sorry, but I don't know how people do that. I use ads. I know Sindel used ads. I know Christy used ads to grow your fan base. You have to be willing to invest. And the awesome thing is that Facebook is cheap. And right now, the prices are cheap. It's eventually going to get more expensive. So if you're planning on doing it, you have to be willing to invest now, or you're going to get frustrated. You're not going to get as many likes on your posts. You have to be willing to boost your posts. And if you get a like page, you'll see all that. But boosting a post is like making it an advertisement so it goes in front of more people. I highly recommend that if you are not at that stage, if you're not willing to invest maybe $20 a month, $30 a month on advertisements, I mean, you could even do $10 a month, and you're not willing to commit to posting 3 times a day, then do not post or do not open up a like page at this time. You can still do it, but I just don't want you to get frustrated, because it can be very frustrated when you open one up and you're not seeing that traction and nobody's seeing your posts. So you have to be willing to grow it. And it's a business, and I don't know where else you can get really cheap advertising. A newspaper or TV, like any of that stuff is so expensive. So just something to think about, like it is cheap advertising, and it does pay off. It does allow you to connect with new people, and that investment comes back through helping people each month get set up with a challenge pack, and you usually end up making that cost back anyways if you are connecting with those people. So that's just a touch on like pages and whether or not you should open one up or not. It is very cool to use your personal page. A lot of coaches do that, and they'll open up a like page in the future. Some maybe never open up a like page in the future. The reason why you would want to have a like page is because you can do those advertisements. You can view the analytics of your posts. You can see what's doing well, what's not doing well. You can you just learn more about what your audience wants because you're getting those reports. And with a personal page, you cannot do that. So just something to consider. But a lot of people have a lot of success on personal pages, and there's no need to jump or rush into doing a like page. So guys, I hope that helps you out and you have a little bit of good information. that you can lead into. Today's challenge will be posted in the post, so please take a look at that and do the photo challenge. And also feel free to ask any questions that you have. There are other softwares that you can use for posting besides Hootsuite. That's just the one that I'm familiar with. There's things called Postcron. I think there's like an Edgar something. There's so many different services. I just use Hootsuite because it's free and I've had a good experience with it. But feel free to do any other research that you feel is necessary if you want to look into another platform. But I hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Bye, y'all.